Okay. Hello, hello. We are back. Had a rough stream this morning. A couple losses. But we're going to look to improve. I'm going to start with a lesson instead of puzzles. Let's see if they have the Berlin defense. No, I don't. I want to do something I'm working on. Wouldn't mind a London. I think they only have. They can do the next.
Learn the key ideas for both sides in the popular London system and the solid call system. How can white lure the black queen to c5 to prepare an amazing tactic?
To c5. So right here. I think we take...
Good start. Great job. You've lured the black queen into the open and can play a great tactic in the next challenge.
Okay.
What amazing sacrifice did GM Kamsky play here?
The only sack really available.
Good start. How can you develop with check? Good move. How can you bring your knight to the king side with tempo?
Here?
There's a better move. Try again. Good move. How can you set up a deadly mate?
I don't get the take. Because you would assume they just take, no? Guess then we come over, but a deadly mate threat here.
Well played. White threatens mate on h7, and black has no fully adequate defense. Kamsky went on to win a brilliant game. How should black recapture the white knight?
The white knight. Get the bishop off the back file.
White has a winning attack, as we witnessed in the previous challenge.
You have to take with the queen.
Very precise. Nice move. How should you meet d takes c5? The sacrifice looks scary, but black is okay. What should you play? No choices here. Good work. Black is temporarily ahead by a piece. You can find a safe response to white's attack in the next challenge.
He's got no follow-up for at least 2 moves. So we got options. I want to try and pull my video up so I can get the chat, so I can see the chat live. Give me a sec. Sometimes, yeah, here we go. Nice. Okay.
White threatens knight takes c5.
White
and knight g5. How can black defend?
White threatens knight c5. Knight takes on c5. And knight g5. By just taking?
White has a devastating kingside attack. Try again and look for a strong counterattacking move. Good idea. Because there is no bishop on d7, white would end up down material if the queens trade. After queen g5, white has no more than a perpetual check after any logical queen move from black.
Okay.
How should white win material? Good start. How can you trap a black piece?
The only black piece that's trappable right now is the knight that's out here. Nothing else is physically trappable. You can you can't go anywhere. So I think just bring in the pawn.
Well done. White wins the knight and should win the game as well.
I don't like doing that, but especially in game, but sometimes I guess it's the best move. I just don't like opening up over in front of my king. Unless it's for something, and at least this, you grab a knight, and then can maybe tuck in the corner and add some more defenders, worst case, but he doesn't have any attacks, so.
How can black develop with a useful threat?
A useful threat.
There's a stronger move. Try to find a way to develop and attack a white piece.
Develop and attack. Here?
There's a stronger move. Try to find a way to develop and attack a white piece. White has a comfortable position. Try again and look for
a hint.
Develop and attempt to decoy the white queen from defending the b2 pawn. White would have been better off playing queen c instead of accepting the bishop sacrifice.
So then you can tuck in.
Well done. Black will win the white rook next
Sometimes
turn.
You can sack to get better positions, and now having my queen down here, he can't really bring it back because both are defended from said queen, and I should win a rook.
In this position with the knight still on g1 and b8, black's bishop sacrifice is unsound. How should white take advantage?
G1 and b8. Like just grabbing?
Black is doing well. Try again and look for a way to win material.
Just
great move. How can white win the game? Well done.
There we go.
White threatens a pawn fork on e5. How should black defend?
Pawn fork on e5. Just pushing forward. Oh, he's got 3 looking at it, but so would I? No. How should black defend? Just by taking?
White is well developed and ready for the opening of the center. Try again and look for a safe. Retreat the d6 bishop to avoid a fork and defend the king side. White soon generates dangerous threats against h7. Try again and look for a stronger bishop move. White wins the f6 knight and black faces a difficult defense. Try again and look for a stronger bishop move. Well played. This precise move avoids a fork and gives black fully even chances.
Just tuck it out of the way.
How should white start a strong attack?
So this is the London setup here with a trade on the d file that's already happened. How should white start a strong attack? I mean, I think pushing up.
Black saves the knight, but it's not well placed on g4. How should white take it? Great move. How should you win? Good idea. What's next?
And then you grab the...
Good work. Black can win back the pawn on e5, but white will maintain a dangerous kingside initiative.
Very dangerous. I like how fuzzy it is right now. I think it's due to my internet connection, but... Should figure it out. There's too many people on the Wi-Fi right now.
When black develops the c8 bishop early against the call system, then white's best option is to transpose to another opening. What should you play? This is reasonable, but another pawn push is more popular. Try to find a way to transpose into a queen's gambit. When black develops the c8 bishop, good work. White will likely play an early queen b3 to target the undefended b7 pawn and keep chances for an advantage.
That's why it helps to learn a couple systems and variations off of one, because depending on how they play, you have to know the best reactive moves, or else you can get exploited pretty early. I don't like how if it's fuzzy for you, let me know in the chat, because I pulled it up on YouTube and it's looking a little blurry, but it doesn't show it on my end. Let's jump into a game. See what happens. I attempt to run the London, Caro, and Rui. Don't want this knight coming down and having to defend that, because it would attack and then look. No, it wouldn't attack, but let's run that to start. Little a3. Okay. We attack, forcing a defense or a kick of that. I don't like how deep that knight is either. Can't come in anywhere. We're to pawn push in any way. Okay, that defends it. The thing is, if I can bring the bishop out, let's kick. Bring it back and look twice at that pawn in the center. His best move would be to pawn push down. He's got to deal with this though, so that should be a grab. A little smash and grab. It's taking away the castle, but I don't think we mind at all. Grab a knight for our troubles. Tuck it back in. We're up a piece. Some people get pretty tied up. Now that's a mate. I think we develop the knight. Throw the rook on the same file as the queen. Next up is knight out to attack the queen as well. He's only looking at it once, but we're going to throw the rook here for starters. Everything's tight by my king. Sure, I lost the ability to castle, but it's not the end of the world. I think we grab it now. Because what's the follow-up? Because I take, he takes, I grab, he slides that over. I'm going to have to move it. I think we'll do it. And then just look to just see how he answers. Because there is a pretty nasty fork. Okay. Everything's still fine. Now we do have a pretty interesting mate tactic. Sack, he takes, we grab. And we're staring at this. This could be a time for a knight sack. Being up a piece too. This is pretty crazy. I might sack the bishop. Okay, I'm going to try it. It leads up a pretty crazy attack on his king who's tucked in the corner here. If he were to grab, we grab with the knight. It opens up this file for the rook. Yeah, I think we got to just bring this in now. I want him to take that bishop. Oh my God. Jesus. I gotta look for threats. I'm gonna game review that for sure, just because there was definitely something. I just sacked it. I just got too aggressive too early. Let's see where I went wrong.
Even though your opponent found a nice tactic, you did a good job building an advantage before that.
Is not
something
good
to work on.
It felt sloppy.
Jump. This central break opens line. This move. They exchange pieces of equal. They develop their piece, gaining tempo. You developed your queen. They stopped the check by interposing a piece. You were keeping the balance, but that move makes your position worse.
So that move was because I didn't want the knight hopping in anywhere, but what is the best push there? Now would have brought it back to even.
They stopped the check by you. Your opponent slipped up,
and that
but you didn't take advantage.
Back to back is not good. The inaccuracy and then a blunder.
You developed. Their better move was to prepare a bishop. Good awareness keeps the queen defending. You had an opportunity. They've made a mistake, and their pawn is now lost. A good choice. They've made a mistake, and their pawn is now a good choice to move your threatened queen. You can pick. You want to moving their bishop to a better position.
Yeah, like
you missed a better way to evade the check. Moving their bishop to a better position. You missed a better way to evade the check from the opposing bishop.
Get him off this file.
This evades the check from the bishop. Moving their bishop to you missed an opportunity to capture. Their best option was to add a defender to a vulnerable pawn.
I'm up huge here.
You had an opportunity to capture a pawn and win material after. Their best option was to add a defender to a vulnerable pawn.
And force the queen trade, especially being up a piece. Having it defended by the knight.
That pawn capture will win material after all trades are complete.
We're now threatening a couple pieces.
You take back.
It's not a bad. It's a development and a defend. Double defend.
Your opponent. Your best move was to sack. This is a fair. You moved quickly, missing the only good move. They overlooked the critical move, not spending enough. You chose the wrong piece to capture. This is the only move that works.
They found the best move on the board.
You permitted the
Because it
opponent to
threatens the
checkmate
mate
the king.
and I almost had to give him that, but even still, I would have had to run, and then he wouldn't have got both, but I think he would have still went for mate there. Yeah, just too sloppy. Without the castle, I was center and exposed, which is just not a good combo. I was looking at a bunch, especially once I kicked the knight, but a knight here I was looking at because then it's a check on this and this. Like I had a lot of options, but I gave him a mate and one. Not good. Let's hop into another one. Run the Rui. Got a Turkish man. Okay, this is always fun because it doubles up on this side. Castle early. Take a little more control of the center. Bishop out here. Hold the pin. Then it's going to be a take here. Okay. I'm going to throw the queen here. Rook on the same file and look for a take here because he has to take back with that one. With my knight covering, then that will be a mate once he grabs this. I'm going to keep the pin. And tuck back here if he continues the pawn push. Now we're lining up this. Because if I can pull him off this, take this and force, it's going to be best to take with that pawn, or else I have a mate one still squared there if I can pull the queen off that file. Just looking here. We're going to try and keep them on the same file. I think here is honestly slightly better because I want to evade that. And it kind of trap me. And if they do pawn push, we can grab that next. Make him think a little bit here, hopefully. Oh, Jesus. Water down. On the electronics, just not my day today. Okay, we're okay. Nothing got too messed up. He brought the pawn down to attack the bishop. Let's keep it here just in case. I think we tuck. So I take, he takes. Yeah, I can't. Bishop down. I think we're going to look for a trade. think his best take is on the bishop there. Not the end of the world. Okay, this is kind of fun because I can look for a check and grab with the bishop. I think he defends. Okay, so I think for sure we take. Let me get rid of this knight. I don't like how deep he is. The thing is, it opens up that file, and if he grabs with this, I'm gonna have to tuck here. Can't take and then take. If I grab this to back rank, so I gotta slide it. My only viable option is here, which he's gonna grab with the bishop. Okay, didn't want it. Pawns are scaring me. Yeah, let me know if you're tuning in, if the stream's a little blurry, because it's showing on mine that it's a tad blurry. And only really when I'm looking dead on. If I turn to the side, it almost... No, it's still blurry. Okay, 100% have to grab. I gotta get this knight out fast. Now, is there a better square other than here? Right here. Because if you were to grab this now, I can jump in my queen, but I gotta get that knight off the back rank and fast. And it attacks this pawn as well, which is kind of nice. Bring that clock back down. Now, if I take with this, it does expose me. And if I take with the queen, he checks, I run. I don't really love that. So I'm going to take with the bishop for now. Still defended. I'm going to look to go here. No, that gives it up. Here, then here. And if I grab that and he comes crashing down, it gets a little hairy. If I took, it pulled him down. Oh, no, he can only come here. We're good. We're good. If I took, he actually would have put him on that file. So He's setting something up. I like this because if I am ever to grab that, we're looking at a mate one. If he takes the bishop, I think he's going to pull the queen over the same file, which then I'm going to just defend it again and bring the pawn up. Which I think we just might do it now. Let me go here. Because he can always come crashing down. Let's go here first. Gotta watch that clock. And what's he planning? Because if I take that, he's got a scary, not mate. I think we defend it and pawn push up. He's got this bishop lurking from the back corner. Just strength. Strength isn't even more, and I'm waiting for him to take with that bishop. I think I'm going to bring the rook over. Thing is, he grabs this if I ever move that rook, but if I bring it here and he takes, so I bring it here, he takes, I take. I can now grab that, but he's looking at a mate in one again. I think we have to here. But there's this as well. Is that it? Is that ball game? He got mate in one and it's undefendable because he's got these two squares. I can't defend them both. I don't think I can. That's not a check. I don't have checking options. I can't defend with this. My only defense is this queen. But I can't find a square that's defended twice. So I go here, he tucks it in the corner, and that's ball game. I think that's it. Tough. I'm gonna take 2 minutes to try and figure this out, but I don't think I physically can stop that H1 check. Is there a way to defend the? No. That was a brilliant pawn push forward. Like my only defense is this, but if he sneaks in the corner, I'm screwed. And obviously he set it up for that. I'm going to resign respectfully and go check that, see if there's any way out, but I'm pretty sure he's just got mate in one. Yeah, we'll let him have it. It's mate in one. Give it to me. Let me feel it. Unless he just think he was only looking at the G2 square, but there's absolutely no way. Let's game review that. The water slip screwed me.
That was a tough game that didn't go your way, but there are some good moves to review together.
Garbage.
That was a tough game that didn't go your way. That was a tough game that didn't. Best by test, this move has proven strong in countless games. They're setting up a tactic to check your king away. You permitted the opponent to. They're setting up a tactic to check your king away and win material. You permitted the opponent to check.
Best. There was a move.
Defending against mate, white opens a square for their king to run to.
I'd be able to run there. Wow, so I just had to take that pawn. Still massive. But I couldn't figure that one out. He would have checked. I would have ran. I guess he would have had to take. He could have checked me again.
This was the only move.
I would have gone here. Check me again here. Check me again here.
You escaped the check from the queen. A strong choice.
He would have had to go for an absolute run.
You escaped the check from the rook.
All right. Let's go again. Tough one. Let's save it. Still gave it to me. It's pretty wild. Just gotta bring the knight out. And grab this. And be up 2 pawns. Grab a 3rd pawn for my troubles. I was going to say his best take would have been to grab with that. What, 3 pawns? Now we got to tuck it in behind. I don't think there's any follow-up moves other than that. Let's keep him alive. Solid start. And I think strengthen this guy even more and look to bring the bishop in behind and centralize it for my first threat. Okay, he's looking here, but we almost want to give it to him because if he takes it, I have a mate in one. Right? And if he doesn't and deals with it on this side, I'll pawn push one up and it'll be defended 3 times. Okay. Now I think we pawn push and castle. And we're looking real solid. It's a way better opening this time. I don't know what he's planning. Trying to sneak it in. But if we castle, we defend that. That knight's defended. It's not a bad move. Let me grab a bishop for his troubles. But I'm also going to grab a knight then. I think we have to give him the bishop. Put a threat on the knight. If I can take, he takes, I take. I'm down a queen. I think here. I think here. Bishop up, or sorry, rook up. I think it's my only move in that scenario. Oh my god. He's looking at me here. I'm pretty trapped, so I'm going to look for a queen trade. It opens up the file. Yeah, I think he has to. I have to, because if he takes my rook, I'm happy about it. And if not, I move my rook out. All my pawns are fine. Strengthen, slide this over. I still like my position a lot better. I think first we strengthen. The position here. Don't always have to move forward. This gets the bishop out of here. I mean, you can't go here, 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 here. It's a nice move. Defend it again and attack. Here. Don't mind the knight jumping in even more. Just look at that and this. I'm assuming in this situation you bring this pawn up or this pawn up. If not, we have a check and a potential grab. Most likely he'll bring that back, but then we have this and that. So there's some, if he doesn't defend this pawn, there's some fun stuff. Okay. I like this. It's pretty anchored. We're looking at this. We're looking at this. Looking at the dark square bishop. I think in this case, because all of these are defended, obviously, granted, once he brings that over, but then I'm going to jump down here. Pawn up again, since he's giving it to me. En passant. I just have to remember if he takes that, I have an out square. Or on a light square, so he can, unless he gets the bishop here, can't really do much. So I'm going to pawn push again. And I think grab. That's mate in one if I did that. Give me a square to run first. Still not the best square. It's a light square, so at least we can get him, keep pushing him. I don't know if he'd ever take that. Knight's trapped, unless I bring him back here. If I pawn push and he takes, I check. He grabs, I check. It's all for nothing. And bring him here as well and attack, which I don't mind. We have 2 minutes on the clock. Got to keep in mind on that. Okay, get rid of this. Cheapest viewers. There's so many random bots that show up in this. I'm not buying viewers. I'm in it for the love of the game. Okay, I want to say here. here and then here and just pawn push? Because he can't bring it all the way back. I should grab his knight at least. Tie the game back up. Can't check. You can't come here. I think I have to. We're attacking this, attacking this. You grab this. My best bet is to get the here. He's gonna grab that. Now, if he were to grab that, there's some options. I mean, he's got a defense square. It's even better. We need this knight to move. That's a mate. I don't want to make it that obvious. I want him to take with this first. I only have 30 seconds. Everything's got to be pre-moved, essentially. He's going to be able to queen. Yeah, it's ball game. Struggling here, man. And why won't it let me delete from a bot? That's so annoying. This guy's getting free clout on my page for no reason. Yeah. There's nothing I could do in that case scenario. How do you delete that comment? It's getting free plug to my 2 viewers. We hide it for now until it's annoying. Should be able to just delete a comment. I can't see the chat. Well, let's run again. Okay, so this is fun because you should just take it. Now we're looking at that square. And a potential rook. And if not, a castle. Quick game. All right, he defended it, but now we take. And it's live. GG's. See if he wants to fight it out. Needed this. That was a quick one. Oh, he's going to fight it. He's going to fight to the death. I don't think I can defend it. Gotta just let him have it. All right, we'll look for the castle. Here, here. And depending on where he puts it, it's a fun check. Oh, Nora. Let's go make a grocery store run. What's up? You not coming in? You just looking at me? Come on. Come on in. If he drops it back, we have a discover potentially. Should be here and then that. Oh, just in front of the door. Excuse me. It's a quick one. We needed a dub back. Rui Lopez is just like a staple for me. So there's still the discover. Okay, so now it's bishops versus rooks. I think if we just run this one down, because he can't pass by here, he's going to have to take it at some point. Or else it's mine. Now it's even better. Gonna grab a bishop for it. Okay. There we go here and here. It's going to pull the bishop out to here. Look to take it, but then we'll at least grab a bishop for it. It's too deep. This guy's really fighting till the end, though. Respect it. Okay. So we're just gonna, you can't cross through, which is the best part about this. Nice. Needed that. Morale booster. Finally got a dub. We were on a little bit of a streak there. Just tuck it back. He pawn pushes, we pawn push. We're going to look to castle this side now. It's going to open up that rook file if he really wants it. Okay. Recolia. We castle. And then here, get it off the double stack as well, while having an open file. Thing is, when you lose a bunch in a row, you start to see them and see the mistakes a lot quicker and before they happen. You learn more from losses, I swear. Okay, now we're going to look to undouble stack him anyways. If he pushes forward, it'll be slightly annoying. And we're going to grab this one. Okay, we're going to... Doesn't get him off the file, really. But this does. And if not, we defend. Potentially look to grab that one later. Now there's this. Can't grab it because it's defended, and then hopefully a take back. I think we go here. It's a nice move. Just gonna grab the rook. I think we take. Go back to back here before I go make a little grocery store rip. This is free. This is kind of fun. If he pawn pushes down, we grab this one. So I can see that happening. And the only, if he pulls that down, we check. Okay. We need this guy gone. He's doing the Lord's work. Here. Seems aggressive, but I like it. We're very well defended with this pawn structure right now. His only real defense is bringing the queen over. I got a minute on him. I think I have to take. don't want to let him in. And that forces him to make a move. So that's a check and grab here. I think he pulls it back. I don't know about that move. If he was one more down. I think we still grab a rook for it. You can block. Yeah, his only move is to block. So we grab here and tie the game. So I could take, check. There's not much follow-up, so we're going to grab this for now. Maybe threaten with this. Can't fork. A nice move. I go here and look for a check. So we're now threatening this twice also. Can't see my face at all without blurry. I get another player into the game. It's a fun check. That's a check, and then that's a mate. I mean, you'd have to push it forward. Then that would still be a check, which I think it would still be a mate. Yeah. We got a mate in two. On the table. If it's check, if he comes forward, that would be mate. And it's defended anyway, so even if he moves the knight in any way, as long as he doesn't defend this square, which I don't know how he does it. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's mate. No matter where he goes. Quick one. All right. That was a good game. Back to back. Went on a high note. My video's just frozen too. Struggling. Brutal. So you're fine. So that helps. I didn't even get the Selly. Whatever. We'll call it there. GG's. Thanks everyone for tuning in. And have a wonderful Easter Sunday.